The strength of the Giants stands atop the pitcher's mound. Tim Lincecum was able to shut down a dangerous St. Louis lineup last night, and the Giants took Game 1. Barry Zito is off to an outstanding start this season, and tonight the lefty gets a shot at the powerhouse Cardinals. Giants look to knock down the Cardinals. Next.
Beautiful Saturday night for baseball as we come to you from 3rd and King. Second game of this 3-game series, Cardinals and Giants. Hi, get everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside me is Mike Krukow. Well, the Giants and Tim Lincecum, they got the Giants off on the right foot last night. And to beat Adam Wainwright, you're going to have a great, solid performance from Barry Zito. And he's very capable of doing that.
Well, Adam Wainwright is one of the top arms in the league. I mean, a finalist last year, the top 3 in the Cy Young Award. But right now, Barry Zito is throwing as good as anybody in the game. And the Cardinals have never lost to Zito, but they've never seen the Zito they're going to see tonight. There has never been any other time in Zito's career.
Giants Baseball is brought to you by AT&T. Find out what's possible with the nation's fastest 3G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Toyota. Say yes to amazing deals on your favorite Toyotas. See your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota. Yes.
Lots of sunshine here at AT&T Park. Cardinals and Giants Saturday night baseball. And the Molina brothers are here. There's the older brother. And there's the baby brother. The Molina brothers behind the dish. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 60 degrees here at the Yard. Winds at 9 miles per hour. Humidity just over 50%, and it is clear. Indeed, it is clear. We like it that way. Let's take a look at Tony La Russa's lineup, and it's brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It'll be Felipe Lopez back in the lineup, followed by Ryan Ludwig, Albert Pujols, and then Matt Holliday. Big numbers on the road for Holliday. Molina, Freeze, followed by Craig, Brendan Ryan, and the pitcher Adam Wright.
Let's check out the Giants defensively. They'll set it up with DeRosa, Velez, and Scherholtz. That's your outfield. Renteria and Sandoval on the left side of the infield, and Rive and Huff on the right side. Benjamin Molina, he'll be in the squat tonight doing the catching, putting down the fingers, and the guy he's putting down the fingers for will be Barry Zito, the 31-year-old left-hander, 6'2", 205-pounder, off to a great start. Making start number 4. His first 3, 2-0. Could have been 3-0. 1.86 ERA. Just 17 base runners and 19 1/3. 9 strikeouts against those 5 walks. And he's going to give you 5 different looks, and he is not going to make mistakes over the middle of the strike zone.
And we are underway, and a called strike by Mike Riley. 6:06, first pitch. Lopez takes another strike, a big breaking ball. He's got pretty good numbers against Zito. He's 5 for 15 with a home run and a double. And he went around, and that's how this game gets started.
3 perfectly placed pitches. Cut a fastball outside corner, dropped in a big rainbow curveball for strikes 2, and then in an 0-2 count, way ahead, he goes down and bounces one. And Lopez cannot hold up, so a 3-pitch C, and that's exactly what you want to see with Zito, the type of command that he has with that big curveball, the slider, the changeup, and the cut fastball.
We should mention before Ryan Ludwig stands in that there is a shadow issue for the first couple of innings as Ludwig fouls it out of play. Right now it's very tough for the hitters to see, and that's the reason why right there.
Right, and it is going to affect the center field camera. There will be a slight glare that they'll be fighting through until the shadow goes through.
Ludwig almost leaned into that one, hitting .311. Last night 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts.
Any fly ball hit the center field right now is a test.
Foul back, and it's now 1-2. Ludwig 5 for 14, 2 doubles against Zito. And tonight he's playing center field. Got him.
All right, time now for our Toyota keys. And one of our keys is Zito controlling the big dog. And there's only one real big dog on this Cardinal team, and that's Albert Pujols. Pujols 5 for 10 lifetime with 2 home runs. Don't let the big dog beat you. And score some earned runs. The Giants are really scratching and clawing right now, throwing the ground attack offense, and they need to tune it up a little bit. And how about some bobblehead magic? Today is Pablo Sandoval bobblehead day, and you always expect that guy on his day to do well.
Here's Pujols. 1 for 4 off of Lincecum last night. And the breaking ball, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Such a neutralizer in a 1-0 count. You're sitting fastball looking for something hard, and he throws that big balloon at you.
Bounces the next pitch foul, and Zito ahead in the count. Pujols with 6 home runs, 16 driven in.
You can see the problems. The shadows are right behind the back of the center fielder.
Slow roller to third. Sandoval, tough play. He will barehand it and throw, and he got him. Sandoval with a nice play. Giants are coming up.
and Pujols on the right side. And Benji Molina's little brother Yadier Molina will be doing the catching tonight for the Cardinals. And the guy on the hill will be big old Adam Wainwright, 6'7", 230-pound right-hander out of Brunswick, Georgia. And he is quality. I mean, you're going to see some electric stuff. And there's the start he's had. Very, very similar to that of Barry Zito.
Velez hitting 250. Looks at a strike.
Wainwright, 4 really solid pitches. All are swing and miss type pitches.
And a little dribbler foul.
And that big 12-6 curveball, one of the best curveballs in the game. He'll cruise around 90-94 with the fastball, but good corner command. He's got sink and cut that he can put on the fastball. He'll mix in a slider every once in a while, and he has a good changeup. But that curveball is as good a neutralizer to any hitter as there is in the league.
Velez saw it early and fouls it down the right field line. Velez has never faced Wainwright before. Neither has Aubrey Huff. Those are the only 2 Giants hitters that have not seen Wainwright. Gino Velez, no balls and 2 strikes. Watching where Velez is standing in the box, it's almost as if he wants to take that curveball away from Wainwright. His front foot is on the front line. That's a bit unusual.
Really spread out, trying to eliminate stride.
Hit on the ground to Pujols. Pujols will flip to Wainwright, 1 out. And that'll bring up Edgar Renteria. We mentioned Mike Riley was behind the dish. Eric Cooper is at first. Bill Miller at second. Chad Fairchild is at third. So here's Renteria. First pitch, drives it to center field. And Ludwig will make the play, 2 outs. All right, Amy G's here tonight. We're happy about that. Here she is.
Well, gentlemen, if you thought the wearable blanket was a big giveaway item, you haven't seen anything yet. The line was way out for the Pablo Sandoval bobblehead. I talked to Pablo. He said he loves it and that this is a very big day in his career. And then once you've made a bobblehead after you, then you'll never be forgotten. He's immortalized, guys, the bobblehead.
He's immortalized. Here's Sandoval, 1 for 7 against Wainwright. Hitting .317. Sandoval 1 for 4 last night. Riley watches that one down low. Aubrey Huff would hit if Sandoval were to reach. We are in the bottom of the first inning. Saturday Night Baseball, a packed house. 3-0.
Cardinals know that Sandoval's been swinging the bat well. I think they have every intent of just staying away from him. He's the one guy in the Giants lineup you would say don't let him beat you.
And a 4-pitch walk. Around 3 o'clock, this is where the line was.
That's around the park at McCuffey Point, where McCuffey's statue is. And then it went north almost to Howard Street along the Embarcadero down King Street.
Here's Aubrey Huff. Inside corner strike. Huff hitting .254, a home run, 5 RBIs. All have arrived, however. No more standing in line. Big breaking ball and another strike, and it's a quick 0-2.
That's such a good hook. And the thing about Wainwright makes him double nasty is that he's got such great command with it, and that's not an easy pitch to have great control with.
Huff digs this one out and hits it into the water. Foul.
And these are rough at bats. When you're facing a guy like Wainwright for the first time and you really haven't had a look at what his stuff looks like in the batter's box, we get into 2-strike situations. You're really defensive.
Ooh, Wainwright started to leave. 1-2.
Just tried a little backdoor breaking ball, but this is the type of creativity we're talking about with that curveball. He can really spot it at the knees, both sides of the plate. It's a weapon.
And a quick toss, and all Sandoval does is fall down. That's his lead. DeRosa to follow. Wainwright in Huff. And the Panda goes, and Huff hits one off his fist, and it's caught by the third baseman Freeze. After 1, 0-0.
It's going to end the Giants' staff. Struck out. Well, they struck out 11 batters. And that means that they activated the K-Zone offer. And a $10 view reserve seat is available for Tim Lincecum's next scheduled start on Wednesday, April 28th. And it's a 12:45 start against the Phillies. That means a $20 view reserve seat is going to be sold for just $10. To get it, you log on to sfgiants.com and enter the coupon code GIANTSK. That's GIANTS K, and check it out.
Here's Matt Holliday. Matt Holliday takes a pitch high. Holliday, Molina, Freeze. 0-0. Second inning. Holliday fouls it back. The history between Holliday and Zito. Holliday's hurt him twice with home runs. He's 4 for 22.
Yeah, but I have to again repeat, this is not the same Zito that they saw the last couple years. I mean, the Zito that's out there right now is able to have a consistent cut on the fastball. You can accentuate that cut by lowering his arm angle. He's throwing a changeup with a tail that works away from a righty. Big curveball, a slider with great command of it. And we call it carving the turkey, meaning he never really makes mistakes out of the middle.
Kind of a late call strike by Mike Riley.
Now, Mike Riley's strike zone can bounce around a little bit, and you will see late calls. Not a strike that Holliday thought very much of.
Holliday bounces it off his foot. The former Colorado Rocky and Oakland A. Forget that Holiday last year played half a season across the bay. And there's a foul ball, and on the foul ball, that got Benji Molina. Sully Sullenberger's here. He got a great ovation in between innings. He is down about 3 boxes down from our broadcast booth.
An American hero, one of your neighbors.
Yeah. Glad he's here in case he has to land this ballpark.
Hey, we're next to the water. You never know.
2-2 to Holiday. Not close, and now it's a full count. So Holiday's worked it to a 3-2 count. And he just got a piece of it. Looked like, was that a changeup or a curveball?
I think it was a curveball. Anytime that movement works back into a righty, I think it's more of a breaking ball than a changeup. His changeup's got a little tail to go the other way. Right now, Benji Molina's taking a beating.
Three and two. On the ground, Uribe, and a 4-3 putout.
Well, we go back to last year's opening day, and that's when Sully came out and threw out the first pitch. Greeted Tim Lincecum. Let's check him out. Not bad. And that's going to be our forward right choice. Captain Sully, flight 155, and that's the amount of lives he saved that day in New York. Our forward right choice.
Here's Molina, who takes a pitch high, hitting .268. A couple of home runs on this season, 9 RBIs.
I don't really know what the flight number was, but he saved 155 people, so it's got to be flight 155.
Sully.
Sully, we're proud of you. Made the Bay Area look good on that one.
2 balls, no strikes. And now it's 3-0. And Zito comes in with a strike, 3-1.
Very important to establish strikes early with Mike Riley.
And the pitch is high. So the first base runner for the Cardinals is Yadier Molina. And here's David Freese. Freese hitting .289. He's got 5 RBIs.
Saw Benji Molina point to his shoulder after he caught that ball, and that's simply telling Barry Zito, you're pulling out that front side. Drive that shoulder and drive that elbow towards your target. Stay a little bit longer. Stay cocked.
Alan Craig on deck. Right now Molina with his lead. Swinging a drive down the left field line. That'll hook foul.
A solid strike. All right. Ball found a good home. Nice going, Dad. It's my dad. Got to work on his high five there.
Drop that little hand into that big paw. 1 ball and 1 strike. Zito will check on Yadier Molina.
Still a problem with the sun for the center fielder.
Les out in center field. The shadow is right behind him.
1-2 on the fastball.
In a wide strike zone, and you can see the rubbernecking that's been going on by the hitters. They're not used to a strike zone that large, but it will narrow as the game wears on.
Runner goes, swing and a foul. As Freese just barely got a piece of it. Freese in the minor leagues showed some power. He had 26 home runs in Memphis in '08. Molina went 1-2. Let's see if he goes again. Outside, 2-2. Freese was a player that was in the Padres organization, and when Jim Edmonds was traded to San Diego, Freese was the young player that the Cardinals got in return. And here he is. He's starting at third base. Zito will check on Molina. There's no way the younger Molina would try to steal a bag with his older brother behind the plate. There's just no way.
Yeah, we thought that last night. And he stole a bag on Benchia's brother. I wonder if they were speaking today. I mean, wouldn't that tick you off?
Yeah, it would. 2-2. Foul back. Good swing by Freese. Freese is 4 days from having a birthday. He's going to be 27 on the 28th. So still a young player trying to nail down that job at third. 2-2. Outside, 3-2.
Now this becomes a big pitch, and you may see La Russa turn Yadier Molina loose. I know he has below average speed, but you're betting on contact here.
Molina goes. Swing and a miss. Benji's throw nails his brother. Ha! Try it again, will you? Meet. Sully and his family. Good looking group. Nothing. Hurry in to get your free Scott's MLB Fan Guide, available exclusively at Lowe's. Mark DeRosa takes a pitch down low. DeRosa, Molina, Uribe, second inning. Inside corner strike to DeRosa. Wainwright through nice and easy, 90. Down low with a breaking ball. DeRosa last night was in the second spot in the order, and he went 2 for 4. He scored a run. Up the middle, but right there is the second baseman, Lopez.
Now here's how the second inning ended for the Cardinals. A strike him out, throw him out. And Yadier Molina, who does not possess great speed, gunned down by his big brother. Last night, Yadier stole a base and there was no throw. And watch Freese come right in the way of Benji Molina, and he still gets off a perfect throw.
Here's Benji Molina hitting .318. And a strike with Juan Uribe to follow. Down the left field line. That's a fair ball. Can Big Money go? Will he challenge Holiday? No.
Well, he can turn a lot of doubles into singles, and it's just, he says, look, I'm not fast. I know it. And he also knows that at second base, guys are going to get base hits. He's not going to be able to score. But he can hit. He's a guy who doesn't get any infield singles.
First hit in the game for either team. And Uribe looked like he was going to take a pitch. He did, and it's 0-1. Takes another one, 2 balls and no strikes.
Wainwright, a very compact motion for a big guy. When you say big guy, I mean he's bigger than normal. He's 6'7", 230.
3-0 is Uribe. Took a look at that nasty breaking ball and held up. 3 balls and no strikes.
If you watch the circle, when Wainwright takes his hand out of his glove and starts his motion, it's a very short circle. It doesn't go very far down his leg. In fact, it's only about 6 inches below the belt. Very compact throwing motion.
On the ground, past the diving Freeze.
Well, a reminder that Bloomberg Sports, the leader in data analysis, has developed an analytical product being used by baseball clubs. And there's also a product for fans. Improve your fantasy play or track your favorite players and teams. And all you have to do is go to BloombergSports.com for details. Oh, yeah, these guys are psyched.
They are.
Panda fans.
They got Panda everything tonight. Here's Nate Scherholz. Scherholz takes a look at that breaking ball.
Again, I talk about how good the curveball is because it's big. And it's a 12-6 break. And those are not curveballs that are very easy to control. And if you were to rate the type of control you'd be happy with, you'd say 5 out of 10, 6 out of 10.
1-2.
But Wainwright is right around 8 to 9 out of 10. And you'll see him go to both sides of the plate. And when he feels he has an advantage on a guy, you'll see him go in the dirt with it. And Scherholz either going to have to lay off that pitch or he's going to have to beat it.
He's going to see like 100 of them tonight.
He's going to see a bunch. And then he sets you up for a front door sinker, and you see the velocity on that 93. Just a great example of using a fastball and making it two different pitches, establishing a speed in the hitter's eye at 90, 91, and then in a 2-strike count, you hump up and you put another couple of feet on it. It's another pitch.
Sherholtz gets a piece of this breaking ball. It'll be work for our ball dude. That's Bob Nealis. Ken Walling down the third base line.
There's Ken, the old left-hander. Yep. This ain't his first rodeo.
One and two. He's going to see a bunch. You're right.
You know, and it's a slow pitch. It's 72, 76 miles per hour, and all of a sudden you're so aware of that. Then he heats your hands up with that front door sinking fastball at 92, 94. It's a rough assignment. Here comes the fastball.
Got him.
Little slider. Changed it up. Changed the breaking ball look, and just absolutely located the perfect position. Got him to swing over the top. Beautiful pitch. Just great command. First strikeout tonight for Wainwright. Just a tight little spin. You can see the eye on the ball. A little red seam forms a little dot. Let you know it's a slider.
Zito does have a hit this year. He does not have an RBI.
Well, I'm really surprised the Cardinals are playing the outfield as deep as they are with Zito up there.
Especially Ludwig in center field and even in right field.
That's a deep set.
Plus Zito's best bolt is a ball right over the bag at third.
Yeah. Like right in this area here. But, you know, he does make contact. He will fight.
So Wainwright comes in after falling behind. It's now 2-1. Giants won last night in front of almost 43,000. They won by a final of 4-1. Out of play. 2-2. Molina at second. Uribe is aboard at first. And Zito takes a look at a breaking ball to end the inning. Giants leave a pair. We'll head to the third. 0-0. First 20,000 fans will receive a Giants reusable grocery bag courtesy of PG&E and the California Academy of Sciences. To purchase tickets, there are some available. Go to sfgiants.com. This is what they look like. They're pretty nice.
They're real nice.
They're big. They can hold, that 10-pound turkey we always talk about?
The one that's blown across Candlestick infield?
In the plastic bag? They can hold like 3 of these. So, yeah, it's a good deal. Throw them in your trunk. Go to the grocery store. Bingo. You save a tree. John Bowker is into the ball game. The Giants move some people around. DeRosa is now at second. So something happened to Juan Uribe as Alan Craig takes a strike. Moving parts, Mikey.
Yeah, you got to have them. Well, we're going to try and find out what happened to Uribe.
On the ground to Sandoval. Sandoval charging. 1 out.
Giants Baseball is brought to you by Supercuts. Save money without looking like it. I love that slogan.
Here's Ryan. Brendan Ryan hitting 188 with 4 RBIs. Last night, Ryan went 0 for 2. Here he looks at a strike. Zito not quite as crisp in the second as he was in the first, but looks like he's back at it again.
He's so creative with his breaking balls, and he can also adjust his arm angles lowered a little bit to enhance the cut of the fastball, flatten out the breaking ball. All depends on swing types. And really, this is what he does. This is the type of pitcher that he is. I mean, he's going to give you lots of different looks, lots of different speed changes. He's going to move the ball around.
Renteria across the diamond.
Well, Juan Uribe left the game, and he looked a little comfortable going down the line. And maybe a calf or a leg or a groin, some kind of a leg problem. Calf or quad.
Don't need it.
Don't need it. No, you're right.
Wainwright, a little pop-up. DeRosa being called off by Sherholtz, and Sherholtz makes the catch. Quick inning for Zito, and for the Giants, top of the order coming up.
And that prompts tonight's poll question. Check it out at csnbayarea.com. Who is your favorite recent Major League Baseball brothers combination? Vote. Let us know what you think, and then check out the results tonight on Giants Post Game Live. csnbayarea.com. Fellas?
All right. I know what my partner's vote is. Here's Velez. Velez, Renteria, Sandoval. Wide on the first pitch. Velez bounced out to Albert Pujols. We are in the third inning on a beautiful Saturday night. And Mike Riley says, okay, that's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, you got 2 pitchers who have great command of their stuff. Everything's working in a good strike zone. You're going to have to scratch and claw for whatever you get tonight, folks. Good changeup. You got 2 arms with a lot of confidence out there.
Into right center field. Is it going to hang up? It is indeed, as Craig runs it down. Giants and Cardinals tomorrow at 1 p.m. right here on Comcast Sportsnet. Bay Area pregame live will be at 12:30. So every game this season is in HD. Check us out.
Matt Cain taking on Brad Penny. There's some good fastballs thrown in that game.
There's Renteria, who looks at a fastball. Fly ball to center field for Renteria. And another strike, because Renteria, I'm not sure is buying that one, but it's going to be 0-2.
Well, it's definitely a strike zone that favors the pitchers. You've seen a lot of rubbernecking from the hitters on both sides. And it was a night where you didn't figure you'd see a lot of early scoring anyway because of the sun cutting across the field.
Renteria stays alive.
But the field is completely enshadowed now, and so that distraction should be just about another, I'd say 15 minutes. Once it crawls up the backdrop here, it no longer becomes an issue.
Yeah. High, 1-2. Wainwright.
Ooh.
Making his 4th start. I'm telling you, some of them are spooky. Renteria goes the other way down the right field line. A long run, but it'll be foul. It's the mound. And it stays 1-2.
Yeah.
No.
You know, he knows that he's on the camera. That's what's scaring me. And he hasn't blinked yet.
The whole thing is scaring me. 1-2. Renteria on the ground to short. 2 outs. Here's Sandoval.
Sandoval's last at bat, he did not see a strike.
He may not see one here either. Breaking ball pulled on the ground, foul.
See, that's the thing about Pablo Sandoval, though, is he doesn't need a strike to beat you.
Yeah, he also doesn't like to walk 2 times in a row.
Let's ask him, you like hitting, or do you like playing third or first or catching? What do you like? What's your favorite position? He goes, I like to hit.
Line drive, base hit for Sandoval.
And that's why, because he can hit.
So 2 out single. And here's Aubrey Huff.
They try to go inside with a little slider, and he just stays inside it. It's just such great inside-out power. He gathers on that back leg, and look at that hip throw and the balance his body right between his legs. Uses the whole field. You got to play him square.
Here's Aubrey Huff. Huff popped out to the third baseman Freeze in the first. Pulls it on the ground, and Pujols. What a nice play to end the inning. Through 3, 0-0.
Giants player to win the National League MVP award with the St. Louis Cardinals? Easy question.
Top of the order for the Cardinals: Lopez, Ludwig, Pujols, Zito. 3 strikeouts and a walk. He was not allowed to hit until now. So Lopez with a leadoff single.
Now this is the play that ended it. Watch Pujols does not get out the bag very far, and just a very conservative step off the bag, and it's the only way that he was able to get back and snag the seed. Hit by Aubrey Huff, and he can't believe it. Good at bat, no reward. Usually you see first baseman really bounce off the bag to try and get a little ground, a little range.
Not with breaking balls, though. I mean, it's very well possible Pujols knows when a curveball is being thrown to a left-handed hitter. And I used to tell certain guys all the time.
Well, knowing what was coming certainly paid off in that particular instance, because that was an extra base hit.
Ludwig takes down low for Zito. This will be the second time he's pitched out of the stretch. And Zito will check on Lopez. A couple of steals during the season. He has not been caught. Ludwig 0 for 1. He struck out in the first. And he started to go, but held up 2 balls and no strikes. The big fella on deck, Albert Pujols. 2 balls, no strikes. 3-0.
Good pitch right there, and that was an area that was called a strike earlier, and Zito now a little perplexed. Came at it with a 2-0 changeup, and he clearly thinks that that's one that should have been called a strike. Just a wee bit inside.
So here's Pujols. He's got 2 career home runs off of Zito. This was one of them.
Well, this one was pretty impressive because he took a pitch on the outside corner and just backspinned it out. And that's swinging that right there. It just gives you all you really need to know about how incredible of a hitter he is and how powerful he is.
Bounced out to Pablo Sandoval to end the first. The Cardinals have indeed set the table for Pujols here in the fourth. And a strike, which was up. But Pujols took it, and it's 0-1.
Little slider backside, take one. Clearly not what Pujols is looking for.
On the ground to Sandoval. There's one. There's two. And a tough play, an in-between hop, and Sandoval stuck with it.
Wow.
You could almost see that ball going underneath his glove.
I mean, it's a do-or-die play for that very reason. You got to just anticipate what that short hop's going to do. And when it comes up high, it's a tough play, and that's up there above the knee. Well, once he catches it, it's pretty much an easy completion of the deuce. Unloads a seed, but look at the reaction from Barry Zito. Sight. Yeah, after you throw, you become a. If a pitcher throws the ball, he becomes an infielder, and he also becomes a cheerleader for his teammates when they make a play like that.
Not out of the woods yet. Here's Holiday.
Not out of the woods, but he's got an open base to play with. He can pretty much pick as to who he wants to pitch to, either Holiday or Molina.
I think I need to put an exclamation point behind that play. That was a good one.
That was huge.
Holiday up the middle. DeRosa makes the throw, and it's not in time. Nice play by Mark DeRosa.
Well, right over the mound, and the very fact that DeRosa was able to get the ball and not allowed to go into center field was a good play, but then he almost winds up making one of the better plays we've seen a second baseman make going to his right all year. I mean, by the time he gets through throwing it, he's well over the shortstop side. But the play was called correctly. He was safe.
Here's Molina. Molina on the ground, foul. Elbow tightness, right elbow tightness for Juan Uribe. So the Cardinals with runners at the corners. Molina drew a walk in the second. Uribe make that Renteria to DeRosa, and Zito pitches out of it thanks to some nice defense. Here come the Giants.
Woo. back, we're going to ask and answer our trivia question brought to you by AT&T. Rethink Possible. Question tonight, can you name the former Giants player, San Francisco Giants player, to win the NL MVP award with the Cardinals? Well, there were two, Willie McGee and Orlando Cepeda.
All right. And we adore both those guys.
Yeah, two of the really good guys in the game.
DeRosa wanted to go, but then held up. It was a strike anyway. 1 ball and 1 strike.
And then tries to wrap around that little backdoor sinker. Two sides of the plate. There's the front door and there's the back door. Trying to go outside and try and wrap that sinker that's coming back to the plate in the outside corner. That's the back door. Then he comes back same as it leaves the hand of Wainwright. It's the same look of the pitch that the hitter just saw. It's a hard slider. The only difference is the movement doesn't come back to you if you're a right-handed hitter. It goes away from you. Very subtle movement, but just, great command of two pitches that take advantage of one location.
And DeRosa gets hit.
He's feeling this one. Looked like it got him right
in the elbow.
And there's nothing funny about the funny bone. Especially when you drop a 90-mile-an-hour heavy sinking fastball on it.
Here's Molina.
The good news is it will feel better. How long does it take, Kite?
Oh, about 24, 25 years. Here's Benji. You get hit, the guy throws over the first.
Yeah.
You know what you want to yell?
What?
You shouldn't have hit me. Come on.
You can see the gold label on the glove of Albert Pujols. Gold Glovers get that label, which is very cool.
Right there for a strike. Molina singled down the left field line with 1 out in the second. Here's a potential double play ball. There's 1 and 2. All right, after double plays, we always go to Amy G.
Oh, that's not a good thing, Dwayne. And I don't have great news. As you mentioned, Juan Uribe has left the game with right elbow tightness. Now, standing in the dugout before the game, some of us did see Juan complaining to head trainer Dave Greshner. If that's what he was complaining about, I can't confirm. Just trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. But Dave Greshner did come up to the dugout after Juan came out of the second inning and gave it the cutoff sign that he was done. We'll keep you up to date, guys.
All right, thanks, Amy. Here's Bowker batting for the first time. Wainwright with 2 strikeouts. He struck out Scherholtz and Zito in the second. He's walked 1. He walked Sandoval in the first. Bowker punches it foul, 1 and 2. No score. Bottom of the 4th.
And a curveball.
And that'll do it. 3 strikeouts for Wainwright. Here comes the 5th inning.
Giants taking on the Phillies at 7:15. All special event ticket holders receive a seat at the game in one of the Filipino heritage sections. And each ticket includes a voucher for a free Filipino-themed Giants beanie, great for cool nights right here at the Yard. Arrive early for a pregame cultural performance on the field. For more information, go to sfgiants.com/special events or call 415-972-2298.
The 0-1 to David Freese as he pops it foul down the right field line and out of play.
Here we are, top of the 5th inning, and now it is finally a comfortable evening for the hitter.
Now the hitters have none built-in excuse.
The glare is off the batter's eye in center. No shadows on the field. It is dusky, and the lights haven't taken full effect, but there you see. The field is now a much fairer field for the hitters.
Foul back. It stays 1-2.
That's the Barry Zito special right there. You know, he's got a natural cut in his fastball, and a lot of left-handers, especially in this ballpark, will pitch away. But his natural movement is so effective, and it's effective when you can throw at the belt. It just bores right into the hands. Great location.
Up high. 2-2. Alan Craig on deck. Another foul ball down the right field line.
The 2-2 changeup perfectly placed at the knees, and you saw Freese start to reach out, get off his back leg, and that's really what Zito's trying to do. He's not pitching for strikeouts unless the situation dictates it. Runner at second, nobody out. Runner at third, less than 2 outs. He's just trying to take the sting out of your at bat.
2-2 pitch. Hit into left center field. Hit well. It'll be Velez or Bowker, and it'll be Velez who makes the catch. Well, Sportsnet Central tonight at 10:30. Matt Morrison, Mindy Bach. The highlights of this game, the Indians and A's recap, and the NFL draft review. This year's draft went 6 weeks, and it is finally over. Or at least it seems like
Yeah,
that.
at least it seemed like 6 weeks. Now we have 6 weeks of evaluation. Come on.
Here's Alan Craig. Bounced out to Pablo Sandoval. Takes a good healthy rip. He did last night.
Benjamin Molina felt that one. We always talk about helmets, masks, such an important part of a catcher's equipment. But when you get hit in the mask, it's just like getting punched. The only difference is you're not expecting it. You're relaxed, and it really jars you.
Foul down the right field line. Zito with 3 strikeouts and a couple of walks. He's got one huge double play ground ball, and that came in the 4th. Also got a strikeout, throw him out double play in the 2nd.
Fastball out, get him reaching across the plate, maybe 2 or 3 inches outside. 2 strikes, he's got to cover. And once you get him leaning away, it really opens up the inside corner at the belt with that cut.
Two and two. See, last season, Zito's first 3 starts, ugly. This season, fantastic. 2-2 pitch. Got him.
There's that cut at the hands. He threw it on the 1-2, just didn't throw it high enough there. He goes right above the hands, gets the strikeout. It was Bruce Bochy, Dave Rigetti really hoping that Barry Zito could take what he had accomplished in spring training and bring it into the season, because they knew he was throwing with confidence. and making pitches like this all spring long, and he has done that very thing, and this is really uncharacteristic of him, getting a good start. He's always been a slow starter.
Brendan Ryan bounced out to Renteria. Zito with 66 pitches.
Very economical with his throwing. I've used a lot of pitches tonight.
Comes back with a breaking ball, 2-1.
Both pitchers have that ability with the breaking ball in 2-0, 1-0, 3-1 counts. They can throw it and control it, believe in it.
Benji Molina, a late break, but it's going to be into the seats anyway. It's 2-2. The guy in front of us with a huge tray of garlic fries.
Well, everybody in his row is grabbing one as he's walking by.
2-2 pitch. He got him.
See ya.
And that'll end the inning. 5 strikeouts for Zito. Sherholtz will lead things off.
That was nasty.
Ask us a question, we'll answer one again. Matt in San Francisco wants to know, who are the Giants' bullpen catchers and how are they selected? Well, Billy Hayes.
There's Billy Hayes. He's got catcher face.
And Taira Uematsu is the other bullpen catcher. Billy Hayes with some major league experience. Taira famous for being a graduate of SIU, Southern Illinois University, of which he's the only one that I know of.
Well, you're SIU alumni.
Well, I'm an SIU. I went there. Sherholtz bounces out 4-3. These guys, I had classes with these guys.
Yeah, they're SIU guys. A couple of Salukis if I've ever seen it. Oh, yeah. A lot of attitude in those hats. A lot of attitude.
Can you explain to me what it is, though? Does it have any significance to, other than the fact that it's a real ugly hat?
You know what? They woke up today, and they were psyched that they were going to get to wear their hats to the yard tonight.
Well, I just hope they're married. 2 balls and no strikes.
You don't think you're going to get many dates with those hats on?
No, not a chance.
Look at, they're having a ball.
They are. It's all about the attitude. If you put that hat on and your attitude is, when I look in the mirror, it's looking really good, then you got it going.
Yeah, you do.
Zito up the middle. Can Zito get robbed? He will get robbed by Brendan Ryan.
Tell you what, that is a remarkable play. And the thing about Ryan is he knew he had time. Tremendous range going to his left. You can see, I mean, he's not shading towards the bag. That's straight up. He is deep. But boy, you talk about a guy with some athleticism. I mean, I'm sure there's not a shortstop in the big leagues that isn't a good athlete, but this is just beyond the normal range, and then the gun from down under, a little sling style. That's a great play.
Here's Velez. Velez is bounced out and he's flied out. For 2 for Eugenio Velez, and this is going to be the 3rd out and an 0 for 3. All right, we're ready for the 6th inning. Just kidding, guys. Really, I think they're really bitching hats.
Coors Light freeze can, and we go back to one of the more remarkable double plays. Turn 2 on, nobody out. Albert Pujols gets snagged by the Panda. And one more look at do or die. He would step on the bag for a force, complete the deuce, and that's our Coors Light freeze can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, are the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, here's Zito to Adam Wainwright, and that fastball is high. Wainwright hit a pop-up to Scherholtz in the 3rd inning. But he swing the bat a little bit, and the Giants know it. So you got to pitch accordingly. Two balls and a strike. Only 5 hits in the game. The Cardinals with 2 and the Giants with 3. Bouncing ball foul.
So how do you get to be a bullpen catcher? Well, Billy Hayes, he's been in the game 35 years. He's a big league player, big league manager, big league coach, or not a big league manager, but a minor league manager.
Sandoval will cut this one off in front of Renteria.
And Billy Hayes is much, much more than just a guy that is a bullpen catcher. I mean, he sheds a lot of baseball into the life of these major leaguers here. And he's one of those guys you go to if you want some advice. He mentors a lot of these guys on his team.
Or if you want a really honest, brutally honest answer.
Yeah, if you don't want the answer, don't ask him, because he is not going to blow smoke. Billy Hayes, one of the really great baseball guys around the game. And Taira Uematsu, I mean, he does about, 90 different jobs during the course of the day.
Lopez on the ground into the hole. Renteria could not hang on to it. It'll be a base hit for Lopez. Lopez is not waiting around on Barry Zito.
Just to the backhand of Renteria, and all he can do is slow it down. I'm not sure he would have had a play even if he comes up clean on it.
Don't believe so. Here's Ludwig. 1 out, 1 on. Hits are now even at 3.
Zito paying very close attention to Lopez. Lopez is the type of stealer that likes to roll into his lead. You really have to make him stop. He's got 2 stolen bags on the year.
Knocked down by Benji Molina. It's at the part of the ball game where every pitch, every play is so important.
Just a hair high.
Here's the hitting coach for the Cardinals, Mark McGuire.
It's great to see him back in uniform. The guy's got so much to give in a clubhouse to young hitters.
Strike to Ludwig, 2-1. We had some great years across the bay in Oakland. And then we stopped what we were doing to watch him take batting practice anytime the Giants played the Cardinals. He could probably still put on a show.
Oh, I have no doubt. It was great when Cardinals would come in and take batting practice here in San Francisco. Bonds would watch it. And when McGuire was done, Bonds tried to beat it. And it was just fantastic stuff.
Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Good fastball. I mean, great location. Zito could put you to sleep with an assortment of off-speed stuff and really enhance the look of that 87-mile-an-hour fastball. It just doesn't look 87. It looks a lot faster than what the radar gun would lead you to believe it was.
Lopez will likely go. Well, maybe not 2-2. But he does, and a foul back. Involved in these games where there's no score or a tie game, where it doesn't look like there's going to be much scoring, you'll see managers do a couple of things they might not normally do. They might run guys that they wouldn't. Into right center field. It'll hang up for Sherholtz. That time Lopez was not running. And here's Pujols.
Really not much of a chance you're going to see Felipe Lopez try and steal now. I mean, that is if Tony La Russa wants him to hit. And if he steals a base right now, it's going to be a four-finger see, and it's going to be an intentional walk. You take your chances with Holiday. But like Barry Bonds used to say, if you're in first base, you're in scoring position when I'm up. And I think Albert Pujols could lay the same claim.
Fastball high, 1-0. Pujols has seen Zito twice now in this game.
Talk about the perfect setup. Hands high, back shoulder higher than the front shoulder. Loads that back leg.
Ooh. You got away with one there.
You got away with one there. Anytime you see something to float up there around the belt, you kind of cringe. Simply because if he makes contact, it's going to elevate. And with his power.
One and two.
And right back, changed the look of the movement on the pitch. He went curveball slider, and here's the slider. Now he's in the driver's seat here. He can go out of the strike zone on this 1-2 count, and he's got this place into it. Listen to the folks.
One and two to Pujols. Got him. And that'll end the inning. Strikeout number 6.
Your local farmer's agent. Call 800-FARMERS today. By your Northern California Honda dealers at shophonda.com. And by Xfinity, the next generation in home entertainment. Now available in the Bay Area and coming soon to the Central Valley.
All right, let's check out our McDonald's game summary. A 0-0 ball game. Each team with 3 hits. Wainwright's been great. Zito's been great. Pujols 0 for 3. And Uribe has left the game with an elbow tightness. And here's Renteria, and he watches a breaking ball for a strike, and it's 0-1.
Good old-fashioned pitching duel. Two guys really on top of their game. Zito, Wainwright, they have been spectacular.
Lifted into right center field. And diving and missing it is Craig. Renteria is going to put on the brakes.
We're going to go back and show you the strike 3 pitch to Pujols. They look at the target. They set up on that inside corner, cuts that fastball. Is it a pitcher strike? Well, yeah, but you know what? He's earned it, and it's been called a strike all night long. Both pitchers know that the strike zone's been wide, and both pitchers have benefited from it. And here, Zito nailing down a perfect cut fastball at the knees, and he gets strikeout number 6, and Pujols 0 for 3 against him.
Here's Sandoval with Renteria at first. Sandoval watches that breaking ball. It's outside. Sandoval singled in the 3rd. Molina's going to have a visit with his big, tall right-hander. There's the bobbleheads that they handed out.
Well, if you're the guy that they're making the bobblehead, it's got your number on it, and they're giving it out, you should be the hero that day.
Yeah. They call that one a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Just a little backdoor breaking ball. There's the Pablo bobblehead. Yep. Got the same smile.
Back is Renteria.
Really slowing things down. I know that Pablo Sandoval is an aggressive hitter, and it's definitely something you want to do to make a little more anxious. Wait on him. See, the first time he sees a guy this year, he hasn't done too well, but after he sees your stuff, get your movement memorized, he's tough out. 15 for 31. For a guy 6'7", 230, that's a pretty quick move to first.
Yep. Right back to Wainwright. And a double play. Third double play. Check that. The second double play the Giants have hit into.
Now you see the pitcher comparisons. Just 5 base runners and 5 2/3 for Wainwright. 5 base runners and 6 full for Zito. Zito with a strikeout an inning. Wainwright with 3. They have really put on a show here tonight with their arms.
Huff pops it up. Shallow left field. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Holiday. And with the help of the double play, Wainwright gets through the 6th. Here comes the 7th. It remains 0-0.
The closer plan starts May 25th. The left field lower box seats are the ones you're going to be getting. You receive full benefits as a ticket holder. Plus, for every closer plan you get an autographed Brian Wilson bobblehead. Call the number 415-972-2298.
Holiday, Molina, Freeze facing Zito here in the 7th. Holiday an infield hit in the 4th. A half swing and a miss, 0-1.
Well, you see a big guy break down mid-swing. He's fooled.
Two.
Right now, he's got to meet out the palm of his hand because they're going out of the strike zone. Holiday just had to take a little walk, have a conversation with himself, take some mental inventory.
Got him. Molina will recover and throw Holiday out.
Boy, a 3-pitch see ya, and 2 of those pitches he just went completely out of the strike zone and chased 2 balls in the dirt. And the first pitch he broke him down mid-swing. And that's just a guy not seeing a guy. And that's a rough at bat. Strikeout number 7.
Here's Molina, a walk and a ground out. Topper right back to Zito. Jump shot throw to first, 2 outs.
It's great when a guy has 5 things that he can consistently do with the ball, and he can accentuate it each and every pitch by adjusting his arm angle. And he's got command of them all on a night. It'll make a whole dugout talk to themselves. And that's what Zito has done. He's been that good.
Here's Freeze. Freeze struck out in the 2nd. Then hit a fly ball to Gino Velez in the 5th. Down low. 2 balls and no strikes.
Every pitch in a nothing ball game means so much. Every count of advantage means so much.
3-0. Zito's next pitch will be number 90. And the walk. Here's Alan Craig.
Now, if you're thinking about Freese being a base stealer, and I guess he could. In 4 years in the minor leagues, he sold 13 total.
And that fastball is high.
But if you're Zito, you have to assume that he might.
Yeah.
And you have to go and make sure that he stopped at first base.
So Benji Molina finished with his conversation with Barry Zito. It's 1-0. Out of play to even the count.
I always like it when you watch a guy. Catcher goes to a sign and he shakes everything off. Catcher calls timeout, goes out and talks to the guy. Then he goes back to his catching position, gets down, puts down a sign, and the pitcher shakes him off again. You know, And Zito's one of those guys that could do that.
Oh, about that conversation we were just having, just kidding. Phillies beat the Diamondbacks tonight in Arizona 3-2. A ball and a strike to Alan Craig. Line drive, foul.
Oh, that was the play that Ken Walling, our ball dude, has been waiting for 2 days.
Yep.
Last night he was at first base. Tonight he's at third base. Now, ain't gonna happen.
It's going to take 3 weeks to get that helmet off of Ken's head, I'm telling you. 2-2. I don't know how they got it on, to be honest with you.
Well, they got it on yesterday. He slept in it last night. Yeah, I say 2 weeks is about right.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Zito is ready. Driven to right in the park. Sherholtz. Side retired. Zito thinking, I love this place. Mark DeRosa will lead things off.
He's thinking, I love my helmet.
Go Sharks. Here it's 0-0. Is Mark DeRosa, Benji Molina, and John Bowker will face Adam Wainwright. A walk and 3 strikeouts. He's allowed 4 hits. DeRosa now hitting with an elbow guard on. Big chopper to third. It'll be Freeze. 1 out. And Mark DeRosa got hit in the 4th inning, right on the elbow.
You can hear it. And you can feel it.
Yes, you can. Here's big money.
Well, Molina's had really good swings against Wainwright.
Get into a double play in the fourth inning. Did single down the left field line in his first at bat. Pops this one up into right field for Ludwig. 2 outs. All right, let's check in with Amy.
Well, gentlemen, last night the Giants snapped a 4-game losing streak, but they did it oddly. 3 of the 4 runs they scored came via air. They are still in search of that big hit. I spoke with Aubrey Huff today, who said they're just trying too hard. Bruce Bochy said the win wasn't pretty, but they'll take it. And he said sometimes the win's all you need to get things going. Guys?
All right, thanks, Amy. Here's Bowker.
First pitch, slider, strike. One thing Wainwright has done a very good job of tonight is mixing that first pitch up. And he's gotten just about everything he throws over in that first strike situation.
Down low to Bowker.
Zito just very stoically going over the 8th inning hitters in his mind. Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, can lead it off for the Cardinals, and he's thinking about it. That's what you do. I mean, you'll pitch that game so many times in your mind the 4 days prior to your start. And then when the game is actually happening, you'll continue that same mental process, going over hitters based on what's working for you that night, how the strike zone is, how the baseball field is playing.
Got Bowker on a fastball, and that will end the inning. Through 7 innings, it remains 0-0.
So Earth Day here at the Yard. First 20,000 fans will receive a Giants reusable grocery bag courtesy of PG&E and the California Academy of Sciences. Go to sfgiants.com and check it out.
Here's Brendan Ryan, and then Wainwright. Swing and a miss, 0-1, and then the top of the order. Wright has bounced out, and he struck out looking in the 5th. Over 41,000, nearly 42,000 here tonight. The number of pitches for Zito, he's right at 100.
Well, his command has just been fantastic.
On the appeal, no swing. It's 2 balls and 1 strike.
And with a 2-1 slider, missed a bit high. And this becomes a big pitch with Wainwright, the pitcher, on deck.
Yeah, Wainwright, of course, could then sacrifice. And he gets the call that time, 3-2.
Just cuts that fastball in, just changes the movement on it so subtly.
Out of play.
Got him with a couple of fastballs. 2-2, 3-2. And he pulls a trigger or pulls a chain on a changeup. And he sends Ryan back to the bench talking to himself. This is just a great changeup. And look at how far out front Ryan is.
Can't look for a changeup.
You can't. I mean, you're up there protecting, trying to get short, going back up the middle, and you wind up missing a changeup by 2 feet. What a great pitch.
Strike to Wainwright. Sergio Romo is headed down to the bullpen. Zito's due to hit second in the 8th inning. And another strike, and it's 0-2. Got him. Strikeout number 9.
3-pitch see ya. Fastball, strike 1. Gets to an 0-2 and drops a curveball on Wainwright, who's not a bad hitting pitcher. Just too much Zito for Wainwright tonight.
Well, Zito's going to have to be careful with Lopez, especially on that first pitch.
Yeah, you're right. He's got power. And Lopez is the kind of guy who will definitely gamble. And when he gambles, he tries to hit it out of the ballpark. And you can hear the people with a Barry chant.
Awesome. Up high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Stayed away from the fastball.
Two and 0. Lopez 2 singles. Anthony's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Lopez taken all the way.
On the ground, foul. And it's 2-2.
And once again, he brings them to their feet. Just a bit high with the breaking ball. Last time he struck out 10 was last July, or 2 years ago, July, against the Dodgers.
3-2. Got him. Listen to the ovation Zito's going to get. Well, some of the sights and sounds here at the ballpark. Zito is being lifted for a pinch hitter, and look at that line. 8 innings pitched, 3 hits, 10 strikeouts, 3 walks. 13th time that he has struck out 10 or more in a game.
Well, he was just spectacular.
Here's Nate Scherholz.
Just spectacular. And then took a little asterisk by the performance. He strikes out the side in the 8th inning, his last inning.
Scherholz down the line. This is a fair ball. Up against archway number 2. And Scherholz is at second.
Get Zito a run. And you know every Giants player was saying it, and it was Scherholz who went down there and beats not a hanging breaking ball either. Just stays inside it nicely, and with his speed, once it gets past Ludwig in right field, an easy 2-bagger.
Ishikawa was on deck. Now it's Andres Torres.
One situation, and they will play a very aggressive corner defense here to try and defend against it. The bunt should go down the third baseline. You should have that third baseman come in to make the play.
Now Pujols is right down the throat of Andres Torres. And he bunts it foul.
And you can see the swinging gait with Brendan Ryan, the shortstop, making a deep move to get Scherholz going back to the bag. Then he breaks hard to third with a choked-in defense at the corners. David Freese, the third baseman, playing very shallow. They're going to try and get the out of third. But the one thing the Giants have for them is they have excellent speed at second. They have excellent speed in the batter's box. And with this defense, you may see Ochi take the sign off.
Big curveball, and Torres bunts right through it, and Skipper's a bit beside himself.
High breaking ball. And really, when you set your bat in this, and you get in position to bunt, if that ball's above your bat head, you take it.
Well, it still should be a pretty good pitch to bunt. Down low. 1-2. Pujols is still really shallow. If Torres were to hit a ground ball to Pujols could throw Scherholz out at third. And doesn't even matter how fast Scherholz is. Up the middle, and a base hit, and here comes Scherholz. He's going to score. Nothing more than a seeing-eye ground ball, and the Giants will take it.
Well, Andre Torres found his stroke last night. Now, I know it was from the right side, but he took that confidence into this at bat, and in an 0-2 count, fights off a pitch that was off the plate about 8 inches to a foot. Just trying to make contact up the middle, and he finds one that gets through, and that's our Dodge Ram drive the game, and they got Zito the run. And they have a chance to add on to it. What a great at-bat from Andres Torres to score Scherholz, and that lit this place up.
Now, how many times do you see it? Guy fails to get down the bunt, then they get a hit. Probably not enough, but
I saw it in like 2004. Spring training game was early.
Dave Duncan out to have a word with his veteran right-hander.
Another bunt situation here for Gino Velez. throw over by Tony La Russa to see if Velez would tip his hand. He did not.
There's the bunt. Wainwright makes the play.
Perfect bunt. Against a guy like Wainwright, against a team like the Cardinals, you have to be able to employ your fundamentals.
Renteria 1 for 3. Swing and a miss, 0-1. Up in the strike zone and not a fastball.
Good speed at second base with Andres Torres. And they will employ some pickoff moves here. They're very aggressive in that regard. Cardinals always have been.
On a play and a quick 0-2 to Renteria.
And that was a hanger. 2 pitches by Wainwright. Both of them up.
And the 0-2 coming up. Here it is to Renteria. And it's low 1-2. Sandoval to follow. Sherholtz led the inning off with a double down the right field line. Torres could not move Sherholtz from second to third by way of the bunt, so he knocked him in with a base hit. Renteria holds up. No swing. 2-2.
Well, Tony La Russa all over first base umpire Eric Cooper. And he saw from that angle at first, the first base dugout, that Renteria went a little too far. Eric Cooper did not see it that way, so Renteria lives to see another pitch.
Towards the hole. The throw to second, and Torres was not tagged.
Wow.
They're starting to call this more. There are no swipe tags. You got to apply it.
Well, Bill Miller, the second base umpire, is going to bring Tony La Russa out with the call. I mean, Andres Torres was hung out dry.
There are no more. The ball beats you.
Bill Miller is simply going to say, Tony's got to tag him. Let's take a look. Brendan Ryan, a nice play. And look at how far out he was. He didn't get him. That was a good call. And Wainwright cannot believe it. He cannot believe it. He's thinking, all right, the guy's out. He's out of scoring position. Once the umpire says, Tony, you didn't tag him. I saw it. I was on it. There's not a whole lot that La Russa can say, or any other manager. Felipe Lopez just did not make the play.
Well, Sandoval is going to get a chance to hit. Otherwise, they'd have walked him. Well, no, they wouldn't have, because Torres would have been out. Renteria at first. So nevertheless, here is Sandoval. Torres at second. Renteria at first. Who's the error on? Got to be a fielder's choice, no error. Outside, 1-0.
Wainwright's got a base to nibble, but you can do that if you're a strikeout pitcher, but you don't ever really want to set up a runner at third in less than 2-out situation by way of the walk. But I would believe he would try and nibble at least a couple pitches to see if Sandoval would go after one of his pitches.
Out of play.
Perfect location of the 91-mile-an-hour sinker.
Torres at second. Renteria at first. And the 1-1 to Sandoval. Out of play again. It's 1-2.
You saw the exaggerated target from Yadier Molina. They wanted that front door sinker. And that ball drifted right out over the middle of the plate. It was Wainwright that got away with it. He's made some location mistakes this inning. I don't think he made 3 or maybe 4 location mistakes the whole game prior to this inning.
Sandoval tops one. Ryan not in time.
And the Cardinal bench is going crazy.
You think Tony's going to be around?
No.
He's gone.
I don't think this is going to end good. It was going to be a close play, and I got to tip your cap to Brendan Ryan, the shortstop for the Cardinals, that even made it close. It was a spectacular effort on his part. Well, to our surprise, he did not get tossed. And let's take a look at it. Bang, bang. Very close play. One more look. They got him.
He was out. Here's Aubrey Huff with the bases loaded. One and 0. Aubrey Huff has popped out twice and hit a rocket over the bag at first at Pujols. Fielded and stepped on the bag for the out to end the third.
Good lifetime numbers of the bases loaded for Huff. 4 grand slams.
Everybody will reset. And a strike.
Perfect backdoor breaking ball to even the count. Giants have gotten about 11 breaks in this inning. They need the one big hit to open it up.
Lifted into left center field. It'll be Holiday catching and throwing to third, and Torres scores. It's 2-0.
Good baseball. Nice situation with that. Aubrey Huff. And as hard as runs have been for the Giants to find of late, that is a huge run.
Mark DeRosa 0 for 2. This will be his 4th at bat against Wainwright. Wainwright hit him in the elbow in the 4th inning. tight. 1 ball and no strikes.
Hey, it's the Cardinals and the Giants. I wouldn't expect anything less than what we've seen tonight.
Expect it tomorrow, too.
Boy, it was almost the exact same spot.
Wainwright said something to DeRosa. And it was from old teammate to old teammate.
If you go back in the 4th inning, this is the one without the elbow guard. It got him in the crazy bone. Nothing funny about it. And now this is the one with the pad. I'm not sure if it got any pad at all, but not happy about it.
Here's Molina. Bases are loaded. High down the right field line. A long run for Ludwig. And Ludwig is going to run out of room.
Hey, if you want to make DeRosa's arm feel better, get a base hit right here.
Molina 1 for 3. Foul back. Milligan 2. Right now at 109 pitches.
Broke out the extendo bat for that one. Affeld has now joined Brian Wilson.
Oh, 2 to Benji Molina. 1-2.
I don't think a person has left their seat this entire ball game in this ballpark tonight. And that's the man that got the big hit that got Barry Zito a run.
Way off the plate. Snap throw to third. It hits Renteria, and he was thinking about it.
Well, I think he made the right choice. Well, the Cardinals catch a bit of a break there. Ball hits him off the back and carries right back into the infield where Brendan Ryan could cover it. Yadier Molina is not afraid. He will definitely throw it. It looked like Renteria may have swung wide. At least that's what he's thinking.
2-2.
You know, their lips are smiling, but their eyes are not.
Kind of like DeRosa's.
Yeah, exactly like DeRosa.
2-2 to Molina. Molina on the ground. That is a fair ball, and the throw is in plenty of time, and that ends the inning. Giants score twice. We'll go to the 9th. Wilson coming in. change and tune-up, your oil change tune-up in Smog Experts.
Brian Wilson, 7th time he's come into a game. Off to a great start. 9 strikeouts in 6 1/3, and you're going to see a high velocity fastball, a high velocity cut, high velocity slider, and an occasional curveball.
Andres Torres is now in center field as he stays in the game. Here's Ludwig. On the ground, Sandoval. 1 pitch, 1 out. Moving from center to left is Eugenio Velez. And Travis Ishikawa comes in for Aubrey Huff. Here's Pujols. Pujols is 0 for 3. Just outside, 1 ball and no strikes. And a strike. That evens the count.
Like he was taken all the way. There you see his night, an 0 for 3.
Molina setting up away, and he pops it back and out of play. It's 1-2. Popped him up. Ishikawa is making the call. And the catch.
Well, great location. They set the at-bat up first 3 pitches away, and then they went with a little cutter that sort of started off the plate inside and winds up jamming Pujols right above the belt at the hands. And an 0 for 4 night for Albert Pujols.
Here's Matt Holliday. Holliday lifts one foul.
Ryan Wilson trying to save one for his close friend Barry Zito.
Oh, 2. One and 2 to Matt Holliday.
Wilson very deliberate, controlling the rhythm, and no hurry.
Wilson planted that fastball right where Benji Molina wanted it.
He's been in a great groove all spring long. He's had really nice command of that fastball to be able to go in and out. He can do the same thing with that cut. Outside corner, inside corner. He's been staying between the knees of the catcher all year long.
In again. On the ground and past the diving Sandoval for a base hit on a breaking ball. Here's Molina.
Nice at bat for Holliday. I mean, that's a good 2-strike hitting right there.
Molina 0 for 2. outside.
And he almost threw up by Molina. In Brian Wilson's mind, that runner at first base really doesn't exist. His concentrations are the guy in the box.
Boy, same spot. 2 balls and no strikes.
Slow it down. Take a little walk.
Three and 0.
Nail biting time. Last out, tough to get, hard to find.
Yadier Molina ahead in the count, 3-1. He's trying to tie it up.
He was trying for the bleachers in left field. He had count leverage, looking for the mistake up. A little slider, or more of a cutter. Ooh.
Three and 2. Holiday will go. On the ground to second. DeRosa has it, and the ball game is over. The Giants behind Barry Zito, and 2 runs in the bottom of the 8th inning take game 2 of this 3-game series, and they do it by a final of 2-0 in front of a crowd of over 41,000. 2-0, that's your final. Join us tomorrow afternoon for the final game of the series. Giants pregame live is going to start at